Hello, beautiful people. How are all of you doing today? We actually have the league floodgates open. Holy fucking shit. Jesus. I. So, we have more primos from Abyss, new Abyss, new Abyss details, and a bunch of kit leaks. So, yeah, yeah. Who do we start with, chat? Do we start with Sethos, Sijuin, or Clothine? Who do we look at first? I haven't looked at any of this. I went live as soon as I woke up. Okay. Let's start with Sethos. So, two-stage charge for basic attack fires penetrating phantom arrows that deals electro damage to all enemies in its path. After it's fully charged, Sethos will be unable to move. That's basic attack? Do they mean charge attack? I hope they mean charge attack. This multiplier is kind of ass, though. Hey, this is not that bad. I don't know. Well, let's read the whole kit, because it's probably going to make more sense when all of it is together. E cooldown deals AoE electro damage to enemies in front and quickly retreats backwards, so it's Sarah's E. If this attack triggers an electro-related reaction, he gains energy. Okay. Then Burst. Enters a special state for 8 seconds. During this state, basic attacks transform into dark string arrows that can penetrate enemies, and damage is increased based on EM, considered as charge attack damage. That would increase to 72.9% EM. Ooh. Now that's interesting. That is very interesting. Because 272.9% EM is not bad. Like 200 EM on a double on a two-stage charge shot is dog shit. But 270% on all his normal attacks for 8 seconds is a lot better. Talent 1, when aiming, based on the portion of energy that doesn't exceed 20, reduce the charge time by... So if you don't have a lot of energy, your charge shot goes off faster. Okay. If a penetrating phantom arrow is fired, it consumes the corresponding elemental energy. Wait, what? What? He consumes his energy to do charge shots and normal attacks? Or is elemental energy not the same as energy? Only on charge attack? If a penetrating phantom arrow is fired. Oh, you're right. You're right, okay. So basically, don't use his charge attack. What the fuck? And then crit rate on charge attack. On C. Wait, no, okay. Every 15 seconds increases the damage dealt by phantom arrows. 600%. Oh. I see. I see. So you kind of do want to do the charge shot. I see. Okay, C1, charge shot crit rate. C2, 15% electro damage. 30% electro damage. Maybe up to 30% electro damage. C3, basic attack levels. C4, doesn't exist. C3 or C5, Q levels. C6, energy refund. So obviously it's hard to tell just from this, but my initial impression of this is that his charge shot is worthless and that you just use him for his burst and normal attacks. Like the charge shot is 800% of EM, and like that's not bad, but it's also not that great. Like for context, that's like the equivalent of about 2 hits from Nahida's E, which is good, but it's not great. It's not even 2 hits because you're only getting one quicken, right? So it's like 1.5 hit from Nahida's E. On a charge shot. Like, that's like if Linny hit his initial charge shot 20k and 30k on the Grid Monking Hat. Right? Like, you wouldn't fucking use that shit. Maybe the animation is really fast, but unless the animation is really fast, I really expect him to be all about the normal attacks. Maybe his normal attack animations are just really slow and he just sucks, actually. That's also possible. But yeah, I mean, normal attack based kits are always hard to evaluate before we see animations, unfortunately. So I gotta wait until we see more to really get a strong opinion on him. Next up, Sijuin. Kit refers to charge attack a lot for a normal attack kit. His normal attack counts as a charge attack during his burst. Anyways. HP Ascension, okay. Okay, elemental skill throws a bouncing water ball. When hitting an enemy, it deals damage based on Sijuin's maximum health. Upon hitting, it heals all characters in the team except Sijuin. After bouncing 5 times, the ball disappears and it heals Sijuin based on her health. If there are no enemies, the ball bounces nearby with only one water ball existing at a time. Okay. And we don't get numbers on it? Okay. I guess. Hold. Aim and charge the ball to throw a bigger and more powerful water ball. The longer the hold, the larger the water ball grows, up to 2 levels. Each level increases the damage dealt by 5% and the healing amount by 5%. After bouncing, the water ball decreases in size by 1 level until it returns to normal. Oh, that's what the C1 meant. Oh, I get it. Weaker enemies hit by a larger water ball will be immobilized and unable to move. Oh, interesting. Additionally, when Sijuin releases her ability, 2 source water droplets will be generated nearby. For each source water droplet absorbed, she gains a bond equal to 10% of her maximum life when the bond of life is clear. For every 2,000 point clears, she regains 1 energy, up to 5 points. This is worthless, by the way. This is just 5 energy. Like, it's not actually, like, it's not completely useless, but this just means that her burst costs 5 less. Yeah. Oh, okay, there's the damage. Water Ball bounce damage 4.1% of HP. Water Ball healing 5.04% of HP. Plus 593. Healing seems good. Assuming it heals on every bounce. Oh, it seems alright. $10 less? No. These are 2 separate statements. This is not... This second statement is not about each source water droplet, it's about your bond of life. Which is one thing. You have a 20% of your max HP bond of life. When you clear it, you regains up to 5 energy. That's it. Alright, ult cooldown. Or yeah, ult deals damage forward, spraying for 2.5 seconds in a hydrating manner. Ooh, in a hydrating manner, Pog. During the ultimate ability, can absorb up to 2 nearby source water droplets. Okay, so you want to absorb them in your burst, probably. I don't know what it does, but... Oh, no, maybe you don't. I don't know. Okay. 21.2% of max HP, 6 instances of damage. Ooh. Wait. That's kind of good. Right, Nevilette is 14.4, but it gets multiplied from the talent, right? It's about 20 point something percent. It's about the same damage as a Nevilette charge attack, but it's not even a full one, and you only get 1. But it is actually reasonable damage, assuming you build her for damage. How many instances of damage does Nevilette have? 8. 7 if you suck. 7 if you have like dog shit ping, or I don't exactly know what the conditions are for only 7, but I know there's conditions for you to get only 7. And it's related to either bad ping or bad hardware. Anyways, talent 1. When using E, Sejuani is granted a semi-forced rest buff lasting 18 seconds. During this period, she gains 8% hydro damage bonus and 10 stacks of rest counters. For characters other than Sejuani who are in the team's backline, okay, I assume for all field characters, when they deal damage with E, they consume 1 stack to enhance the damage dealt by E. For every 1,000 points of her health exceeding 3k or 30k, enhancement is up to 65, up to 1800. Is there a cooldown on this? It doesn't seem to be a cooldown on this. But it's only 10 stacks, so it's like... I mean, realistically, you're probably not getting that much more than like 45, 40, 45k. 45k is probably very optimistic, actually. God. Yeah, this is pretty insignificant, actually. Down to, based on the total bond of life of all characters currently in the team, Sejuani receives healing bonus. Okay. Whatever. And then her exploration passive is healing underwater. Eh. Don't really care. Alright, this is... I don't know, man. She doesn't give Bond of Life. She just gains Bond of Life, right? You don't... She's not really a Bond of Life. Her Bond of Life doesn't even matter. Like... She gives herself Bond of Life and heals the rest of the team, which is nice because she gains healing bonus based on Bond of Life, right? 20% of her HP is going to be like 4 or 5k, right? No, more than that. It's going to be like 7k-ish? 8k? So she's getting relatively close to maxing out her healing bonus talent just from her own Bond of Life. That's kind of the only purpose of the Bond of Life in her kit, right? She gives herself Bond of Life while healing allies, and that Bond of Life gives her healing bonus. How good is first passive compared to Shanghai/Xianyun? Really bad. It's like 40k damage if it's correct. Yeah, that's not a very large amount of damage. Big Kokomi? Her droplet only bounces 5 times. I doubt her application is going to be very good. Thank you, iPad lover. I'll look at that afterwards. Alright, coloring full kit Pog. Alright, E cooldown. 16 seconds. Generates orb. Enters night patrol states lasting 9 seconds. Basic attack, switch to gunlance shooting rapid hunt. Possesses an... wait. No. No, she's just another gun user. I want to use the sword. Aww. Okay. Possesses an overridable electro element attachment. Releasing the elemental combat techniques deals a night pierce considered as basic attack damage. Rapid hunt. Bond of life greater than or equal to 100% of max HP. Perform gunlance shooting. Less than 100% of max HP. When gunlance shooting is triggered below 100% HP, based on client's max HP, a certain bond is bestowed. Fires ammunition that can penetrate enemies. This is very poorly translated. Jesus fucking Christ. Fires ammunition that can penetrate enemies, dealing increased damage to all enemies in its path. Like, it says the condition for performing gunlance shooting is when your bond of life is greater than 100%. But then, if it's less than 100%, when you perform it, you gain bond of life. But how do you perform it below 100% if the condition to perform it is being above 100%? Like, huh? The condition is casting her skill? That's not what it says. It says bond of life greater... If we just read exactly what is written, it says bond of life greater or equal than 100% of max HP. Colin perform gunlance shooting. What the fuck does that mean? It's the burst? Wait, what? Why do they say this before the burst? Whatever. Read this better translation, thank you. Okay. Produce energy orbs. Enters a state of night patrol lasting 9 seconds. All normal attacks will turn into using her gun to fire. Using her skill will now be... wait, what? Okay, okay. Okay. Wait, what? So she wants to not have Bond of Life. That's how you make a Bond of Life kit. Thank you! Okay, okay. That makes sense. Okay, so... when she does normal attacks... during her skill... if she is over 100 Bond of Life... the multiplier is 53%. If she's under it, it's 66%. Oh no. Never mind. I think it's about to get... okay, whatever. Night Piercer. Effect is determined by Bond of Life. When it's 0, she lunges forwards and stab. When it's less than 100, she'll recover HP based on a percentage and increase the damage and area of effect. When it's over 100%, she'll perform Decree, grabbing even more health and dealing even more damage. Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay, that makes sense. What's the burst? Gives Bond of Life equal to 120% of max HP and deals damage. And isn't that just... No, it's not. It's less. It is less damage than them. You had level 12. Oh, did I? Why? That's cringe. So it's more, actually. It's a bit more. No, it's the same amount. 228. Yeah, it is. So it's a Risley burst. Damn. Chat, a character where you use your skill to enhance your normal attack that has a 5-hit burst with 228% multipliers? Holy! Never seen that before! When nearby characters or characters in the team trigger any electro-related elemental reactions, normal attacks and burst damage will be increased by 17% of her attack. 15 seconds, attacks up to 3 times. And the enhanced Night Piercer is a triple hit. So the additional motion value matters a lot more for that. I see. If Glowing has Bond of Life greater than 100% of max HP, whenever Bond of Life increases or decreases, increase her crit rate by 10%. This effect stacks up to 2 times, lasting 15 seconds. So it's 20% crit rate. Okay, so here's how she works, okay? You enter her skill, and then for 9 seconds, you can choose between normal attacking and reusing the skill. Normal attacking shoots with gun. Using skill hits with sword. When you are below 100 Bond of Life, you want to shoot with gun. When you are above 100 Bond of Life, you want to hit with sword. That's effectively how her kit works. Her gun hits give you Bond of Life, and the sword hits heal you, so they remove Bond of Life. There's actually a reason to use both, and I like that a lot. I think this is a very good design. This feels like a character that is actually properly working with Bond of Life, where Bond of Life is actually being used as it should be, rather than just as a fucking mana bar. Read the last part on this skill. What, this? Conversion ratio 80% of healing amount? She still can't be healed? Wait, where does it say that? That's ult? No, that's skill. Ult is here. Oh, other form of... Wait, I didn't see that in this one. That's kind of cringe. Oh no, I just didn't read it because I'm an idiot. Okay, you know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, because at least she gets something from the healing that makes sense. Right? And she heals herself more than once per rotation. that makes sense. Okay. To keep switching between normal attacks and E, yeah, exactly. The more healing you have, the more often you can use E. And E is better than normal attacks. Please say you don't like her design. I'm sorry, this is a really interesting kit design. Last time we had a character with this interesting of a kit was Féminin. You'd be doing like N3E spam. At a baseline, yes, but if you have healing on your team, maybe you start doing N2E spam or even N1E spam. Depending on how much healing you have. Which is just really cool. Her kit doesn't decrease bond. What do you think HP recovery means? If you use your E above 100% bond of life, you heal 120% of your max HP. That's going to remove the bond of life. She needs a healer. She definitely synergizes with healers. I don't know if she needs them, though. We'll take a look at that later. It says that healing is her bond of life. Healing from other characters. Any healing besides from the healing from the skill will not heal her and will instead give her more bond of life. But her own healing still heals her. And yeah, that's also only during her E. It's not permanently during combat. So if you need to heal her, you can heal her. She sounds like the best of the three. I haven't looked at the numbers very much yet. She's a normal attack focused character, so looking at the numbers isn't going to do shit. We need to see the animations before that matters. But in terms of kit design, this is the best kit we've had in a while. For sure. Do Quicken and Aggravate count as two reactions? They should. Probably. But considering the purpose of this is to incentivize team building that uses multiple different elements, I find it very plausible that they'll make it only count as one. True. It is worth mentioning that she has no EM scaling. So if her damage is actually good enough, she's probably not going to be that great for Quicken and Hyper Bloom and all that. There's no EM scaling, no EM like self buffs, nothing like that. It says any electro reactions are not different. Yeah, but it's also the first fucking leaks of a kit with dog shit translations. And we have had leaks already that say that it works like Nevillet. So for now, I'll be assuming that, and maybe it won't. We'll see. There's a big chance these leaks are fake. Really? Because they're marked as reliable. And they seem very realistic. Like, they look like real kits to me. I wonder if Nightpiercer uses... will have multiple users. Otherwise, you'd only get 3 to 6 Galloping Hunt shots with a below 100% bond of light scaling. Wait, what do you mean? You don't really care about getting Galloping Hunt. The purpose of the Galloping Hunt shots is to grant you Bond of Life. So that you can use your skill at over 100% Bond of Life to deal her big numbers. Right? Because keep in mind, this is not 36.2% times 3. This 36.2 is increased by 17% times 3. So it's 87, 88% times 3. Like 250%. It does also have a lot of applications, so maybe... Does she work with Farina? Better than Arlecchino does, probably. Why is level 3 lower? Because it hits 3 times? It's not actually lower. It's a tiny bit better if you have no stacks of her passive, if all the characters on your team are Electro, but that's a stupid thing to do. And each hit is increased by the 17% per stack. So it's a lot bigger if you have multiple stacks. I hope she's not dog shit, because she's really, really interesting. Is there a situation where her Bond of Life goes out of control and goes to like 1,000% of her HP? Well, first, Bond of Life is capped at 200%. And second, every time you use your skill, you remove 120% Bond of Life. So no, not really. I'm gonna find these leaks on the Genshin Impact leaks subreddit. C1, during night patrol, when her basic attacks hit, summons Shadow of the Night Patrol near the enemy to perform 2 cooperative attacks. 30% attack multiplier once per second. Huh. Is it 1 attack per second, or is it once per second you could get the 2 cooperative attacks? Probably once per second you can get the 2 cooperative attacks. It's buffed by A1 as well. Is it? Oh, that's insane then. What the fuck? Wait, that's gonna like double her damage. What the fuck? Ah, shit, that's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. If her C1 doubles her damage, that is not a good sign for C0. I don't think there's a single C1 or C2 in the game that's anywhere close to doubling damage. I don't think there's a single C1 and C2 together in the game that doubles your damage. Right? And not even close. I guess Chiori is kind of close to that, sure. Aware. Like, if I'm understanding this correctly, I can be understanding this correctly, right? I'm gonna assume I'm misunderstanding something, because this C1 is actually too big otherwise. But yeah, this looks like a C6. C2, talent 1 enhancement, 17 goes to 24, and increased resistance to interruption. That's kind of ass. It's not bad, but like it's not great. Like 20% emotional value, which is fine. Compared to C1 though, like what the? Yeah, that looks like a C1. Increase E? Okay. When Q deals damage, based on current bond of life, increase damage. Okay. So that's Wanderer's C2. And within 12 seconds after releasing E, gain 90 CV. When Chlorine is about to be hit, and when she bond command. Is that the enhanced one? Is that what they call it in this translation? Yeah, it is. So when she uses her E while above 100 bond of life, or when she's about to get hit, she deals an additional 200% of her attack as damage, up to once per second, up to 6 times in total. Furthermore, during night patrol, Klein's damage taken is reduced by 80%. Oh. Okay. 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 So here's the thing, okay? If these do get increased by the things, right? She should get 9 instances of 30 times 2 from the C1. Right? But plus 51%. So it's 81% times 2 times 9 because it's once per second. Right? The amount the C6 gives is about the same. But then the C6 also gives you cred. I don't know. Maybe I'm overestimating this. Maybe it's not actually that good. I don't know. I guess again, right? It's hard to tell. Maybe her attacks are really fast, right? And the once per second actually means that you really don't get that many of them. It's just because these multipliers are so ass, man. What do you mean 52%, 66%? Like, what are you yapping about? So, like, she has to attack really fast for these multipliers to be good, you know? I don't know. I think I'm conditioned to be pessimistic for kits I like. Nope, not yet. We'll talk about it soon. That's the same thing as what Jason said. Wait, what did Jason say? Motion value is too low. Yeah, I mean, again, right? It's like he said numbers are dog shit. Yeah, like what I'm saying is these, like, the numbers in a vacuum are pretty low, but obviously, if you just look at the damage on like Nevillette's charge attack in a vacuum, it's a pretty shit number. It's good because you get it 8 times per charge attack, right? If she's hitting as fast as Neuvillette is hitting, she's not bad, you know? Like, it's very, it's hard to say how good she is, because again, just like Sethos, normal attack focused character, can't really say how good they are until we see footage of how fast their normal attacks are going, because we can't go off of cooldowns, right? If it's a skill or burst focused character, you can kind of just see how much total damage they're doing and then divide that by the cooldown, and that's their DPS while they're on field, right? But for normal attackers, you need to actually see them normal attacking to know how fast they're normal attacking. How important is her burst? It looks like it's fine. It looks like it's worth using, but not worth focusing on. You really want to start with it? Yeah, you get to start with a with an E instead of with three normal attacks. And that's good, but I don't think it's worth building ER for. Initial thoughts on team comps depends on how fast she's attacking. If she attacks slow, no, he doesn't think so, Yolon. If she attacks fast enough that her damage is good, now the discussion will be will become more interesting. But yeah. I love the Doom post, reminds me of the Kazuhan debacle of just another C6 Sucrose. Huh? Are you Cornge? Classic new chatter, bro. It is what it is, man. What do you think about his signature? Doesn't even look like best in slot for her. Bro stuck in 2020. Man. Increase crit damage by an additional 20% and 36 damage percent. That looks good. What do you mean? Todd do be doom posting a lot. I mean, they're not doom posting. They're making jokes. That's what a chat does. These are not well-reasoned arguments. These are omega lol emote spams. These aren't posts to a forum. It's a chat. People are spamming emotes. It's kind of hard to call it doom posting, you know? Yeah, they're doom joking, sure. Mods. True. And then the Kazaha thing is also very cringe. But it is what it is. Literally everyone said he was good. No, you don't get it. Some non-theory crafters said that he wasn't great, and theory crafters said that Sucrose was good. Which means that people overwhelmingly doom posted Kazuha. That's just how it works. I think the theory crafters missed how much of a utility upgrade he is compared to Sucrose, though, didn't they? Which theory crafter missed that? Like, can you name me one of them? Just one. Not all of them. Literally just one theory crafter who missed that. Like, Dawn theory. Oh, shit, you got me. I mean, it's the same thing, right? A worse version of Singto is still a worse version of the best unit in the game, and she's still pretty damn good, and she's still one of the best 5-stars. You know, that's just that doesn't make her not a worse version of Singto. You know, like she still is that. Anyways. You said once you woke up, you went live. You lied. You were lurking in Komemos' stream. I opened my laptop. I said hi to Komemos. He mentioned leaks. I was like, oh my god, there's leaks. And then I closed his stream and I came to stream. Hell, I'm actually gonna surprise you. I lied even more because I also took the time to go take a piss before starting stream. I'm a huge liar. I didn't mention that either. Anyways, overall thoughts on Cloud9 so far. It's really pending on on how fast she's attacking, depending on animations. Better than could sing. Are you an idiot? I literally just said, you are saying this in response to me saying, I can't give a conclusion on it until we see how fast she attacks. How the fuck would I know if she's better than could sing? Unless I have somehow seen how fast she attacks between saying that and you asking the question in response to that. Also mods. Jacer said her damage was similar to good thing. Jacer is talking out of his ass! He hasn't seen the animations any more than I have! I think. Maybe he has. Maybe he's a fucking seer. Maybe call him Jay Seer. Maybe he is an oracle of the future. But if he hasn't, he's talking out of his ass. He didn't say, oh, well, if he didn't say that, then fuck you, chatter. Alright. Take a look at this. So, for the new endgame, you have to use all 6. Wait, what? Why is this written like this? I hate it. You also have reserve characters who have to be Animal Power Electro in addition to 1 of the new endgame. Special guest characters. Graphic design is my passion, bro. Yeah, it's disgusting. I hate it. It's written like Japanese internet. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, let's just... New Abyss enemy lineups. Enemies are randomized, but there are 3 fixed bosses. Huh. Okay. Opening characters: Sayu, Beto, Wanderer, Chevaliers, Arlecchino, Clarind. Entry requires using these characters. Trial versions are available if you do not own them. Note that all opening characters must be present. Missing even one will prevent entry. Moreover, opening characters will receive special buffs in the fantasy realm, epic poem, and the open world. Special guest characters: Baiju, Sijuin, Alhaitham, Risley. These are not subject to the elemental restrictions of Season 1. But there will be no trials available if you do not own a certain character. Well, that sucks. What the fuck? That sucks. Jesus Christ. Oh, that is terrible. But yeah, outside of, because otherwise the only characters you're allowed to use are Pyro, Electro, or Animo, right? Which means that, like, having Baiju or Alhaitham makes Quicken doable. Having Sijuin makes Hyper Bloom doable if you also have Baiju or Alhaitham. Having Risley makes Melt doable, kinda. Hey. I'm glad you think so, Taylor the Crafty Otter. Welcome to the stream. Now, I will say, though, realistically, out of these, I don't think you really give that much of a shit about Sijuin or Risley. It's Baiju and Alhaitham that are the big pogs. Okay, before entering, you must assemble the opening characters plus a reserve team. There are 3 levels of difficulty. True. Level 1 requires 10 characters, 6 opening characters, and 4 reserve. Level 2 requires 14. Level 3 requires 18. Reserve teams needs 4, 8, 12 characters, which can only include characters with this season's elements, except for the special guest characters. Moreover, reserve team members can only be used in challenges after unlocking specific events randomly within the reserve pool. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this because I don't... Can you reuse characters between the difficulties? Probably, right? Yeah. So... Okay. What the... Okay, let me close a few things. I don't really know what a reserve and opening character even does. Are opening characters your on-fielders? Do you have 6, like, sorry, the ones that start on your team? Is it a 6-unit team? What does any of this mean? What's the point of reserve characters? Wouldn't you just want to put your 6 best characters as opening characters and never use the reserve characters? What is the point of these? I don't get it. Reserve characters, you can use any characters? That is not true. Opening characters are fixed. I don't think that's true. Oh no, it is true. Oh. Wait. Wait, also, there's only 5 here. Isn't there 6? Ayu, Beto, Wanderer, Chevaliers, Arlecchino, Cla. Oh, because Klein's not here yet. I'm hoping that doesn't mean they're not all in the team at the same time, because why do you have Chevaliers and Animo units in here? Huh? Not at the same time? Okay. We don't know if there is stamina involved. So I don't know. This doesn't mention stamina. I will say, if it is, like, you start with 6 characters you can use and you unlock more characters from a pool of 12 of your choosing throughout the course of your run, this is really interesting, and I like that. It's even tagged as reliable. Oh god. Please let it be real. Dude, I can't wait. Welcome, Hoodie Silver. Genshin could. True! Genshin could. The little Genshin that could. Alright, chat, let's do this. Because my resin should cap itself on the way back. So, yeah.
Perhaps we could take a walk by a riverbank.
we need more information. It might end up being like only one fight or like really boring or whatever, right? Like at the end of the day, even if the actual fact that it's gonna happen is locked in, the quality of it is far from guaranteed.
Settle down. Stabilize. Bow your head.
I was too far from the thingy.
Gather. Let the fight be humble. Settle down. Bow your head.
Tomorrow we get gameplay leaks, right? Maybe tomorrow, maybe a couple days from now. Silence! Probably not that hard if they give us trial character. That's probably all in the Noblesse set. Keck? I mean, I don't know, man. What makes you think they're all on Noblesse? Test run characters aren't on Noblesse anymore. The only stuff that's on Noblesse now is quest trials. Like story quest trials. But also, you start with the trial characters, but then you get to use other characters, so maybe it's not possible to clear with only the trial characters. I don't know. We'll have to see. Trial characters build is shit. Well, this isn't like the best. The crit rate is a bit low. But this is far from a bad build.
The tides beckon. As you wish.
Don't be scared.
Settle down.
Stand clear.
Do you think they'll be level 80? They might be. They might be, yeah. We played Hades too? Wish, man. They won't let me in. Dodge. I do 100% Hades 1. I didn't do all the Pact of Punishments on all the weapons, but I did at least finish the story content. And I did most of the Pacts of Punishment on most of the weapons. There were some weapons I liked a little less, so I didn't do... I got to like 10 and I got bored. I just realized Sethos and Sino is just a metaphor for Yugi and Kaiba. Wait, really? You think that the guy named Sethos has anything to do with Seto Kaiba? I think you're coping, man. What a yapster. demo reaction. I can look at the demo, sure. After we're done with this, take a Romaritime flower. It's bad? No, don't say that. Usually you guys are always coping for the bad trailers. If you guys are saying it's bad, that means it's awful. Fuck. Okay, I'll finish my commissions first then. It's Raiden trailer, but half the budget? But Raiden trailer fucking sucked! No! Don't tell me that! You won't like it? Oh no. Editor, how much sound effects do you need? Oh god. You guys are making it sound worse and worse by the minute. Oh, there he is. Don't be a killjoy. What was the last trailer I liked? What was the last trailer? Chiori? I like Chiori's. Overall. I thought a couple of things could have been done better, but the Chiori trailer was pretty good.
Who's our target this time?
What the? Oh, not again. Okay, never mind. I want to talk about it. How does that happen? I don't know, man. I actually don't know.
Add as. Thank you for add as.
Alright. Let's take a look at the trailer, teaser, whatever it's called. The demo.
Legend has it that long ago, the long nights were the den of dangers untold. The children would huddle at home and light the hearth, awaiting the adults' return.
A spark cannot shatter all
Is he
shadows
praying? No, I'm
until
focusing on
it sets
listening.
all ablaze. Or else, to the other end of light, lie still bleak shades.
hear anything. I don't know, man. It's quiet. What am I supposed to do about it? I can increase it for you guys, I guess. My ears? Oh, my bad.
I hear that the children love to play by the fireplace. So let us continue to use the name House of the Hearth. Still, its flame is no longer needed, for you have the strength to defend yourselves.
Alright, I do not like this music. I don't like it at all. Let's watch it now. I listened to it, now let's watch it.
Legend has it that long
It isn't as bad as Raiden's, I think, though. So at least there's that.
the long nights were the den of dangers untold. Oh, the long nights were the den of... Legend has it that long ago...
Why is she in
The
Mondstadt?
long nights were the den of dangers untold.
Why is she in Inazuma? The fuck is she doing?
The children would huddle at home and light the hearth, awaiting the
That's
adults'
Samara?
return.
So she's Mr. Worldwide, I guess. Oh, is this implying that she's kidnapping children from all over the world?
A spark cannot shatter all shadows until it sets all ablaze. Or else, to the other end of light, lie still bleak shades.
I think it's pretty visually appealing, but the edits are, like, the cuts are too fast. I wish it lingered a little bit more, or a little bit longer on each shot. Did she just burst a group of children? Like, I don't mind the fast editing as much here because it's trying to be somewhat psychedelic, right? Here, the fast editing I think makes sense, and I like it. here it makes sense. Earlier, I didn't think it did, though.
I hear that the children love to play by the fireplace. So let us continue to use the name House of the Hearth. Still, its flame is no longer needed, for you have the strength to defend yourselves.
Kind of a stupid-ass line. What, was the fire there to defend them before? Huh? That's not what a fire is for. It's there to heat you up. You may have the strength to defend yourself, but that's not going to prevent you from freezing to death, buddy. What are you yapping about? A metaphor? But it's not a good metaphor. If it was a campfire, sure, it would work. Because a campfire is there to, you know, heat you up, but it's also there to, like, scare off surrounding predators. But a fire in a fireplace doesn't do that, you know? So it's a shit metaphor. I don't know. Anyways. I don't know, man. I feel like it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, man. It's a dumb line. It bothers me. It's a dumb line. It really is, man. She is the fire? That doesn't make any more sense. She's saying... Let's listen to the quote again.
I hear that the children love to play by... I hear that the children love to play by the fireplace. So let us continue to use the name House of the Hearth. Still, its flame is no longer needed.
She's implying here that the flame of the fireplace is no longer needed.
For you have...
Because they have the strength to defend themselves. But the purpose of a hearth, the purpose of, you know, an in-home fire is not to defend yourself. That's not what the flame of a hearth does. That is not its purpose. Going too literal? No! This is just a bad metaphor because it doesn't actually make sense. Like a boomer trying to figure out what's a cool line that would resonate with the kill and fails miserably? Well, no, because there's a lot of people defending it, which means there's a lot of people that actually think this makes sense. So they clearly didn't fail. They clearly managed to write something that the kids think is cool. It just doesn't actually make sense. The flame of the house of the hearth is her. The flame of the hearth, implying her, attacks brutally whoever threatens the child. She just means the flame. Okay. But she's saying that she's implying that she would, if it were up to her, she would do away with the name House of the Hearth altogether. Right? Like, she is very much implying that, right? We're on the same page so far, right? No, she's not? Okay, well, I'm not gonna argue with you. You're actually just an idiot if you don't get that. That's like the very fucking obvious first level of interpretation here. If you don't get that she's implying that she doesn't think that the name of the House of the Hearth is really something that is necessary here anymore, then you actually have no media literacy, and I can't fix that right now for you. I'm just saying that she's no longer needed by the children. Yeah, but again, that's what I'm saying. This is a bad metaphor to say that. I understand that's what she's saying, because she's fucking saying that. She's saying they can defend themselves. Like, I get that. That's not even a metaphor. She's outright saying it. The metaphor here is the hearth representing what is protecting people. And that's stupid because that's not what a hearth does, so it's a really poor choice of a metaphor. A hearth is not a campfire, it's not it. Whatever, it's fine. Protecting from cold? Well, that's even worse of a metaphor, because then... What, they learn to protect themselves from cold without fire? What kind of fucking idiot statement is that? Like, that's very clearly not what she meant. But the hearth protects the flames from extinguishing? But she's saying the flames are no longer... The metaphor, it's not literal? Yes, but metaphors can be good and bad. You can't just say, oh, I said something that doesn't make sense. It's a metaphor, you just don't get it. Like, there is such a thing as a metaphor that makes sense and a metaphor that does not make sense. This is not a good metaphor. Not that bad either, because we understood it. No! Okay. Let me give you an example of a metaphor that you will understand on the same level. I am like a lamp because I am very smart. Lamps are not smart, but you understood that I meant I am very smart because I said I am very smart. You understanding the point of what is being said does not mean the metaphor was good. If the property that's being projected onto your metaphor is a property that doesn't make sense for the object of your metaphor, then it's a shit metaphor. Lamps can be bright, metaphors could be worse. I literally made something up and you're defending it. Go fuck yourself. Ah! The start of the trailer, she says that nights were den of dangers untold. And people lit fireplaces to protect from those dangers. Yeah, but that's a stupid ass thing to say. That's not why people light fireplaces. Like, that's my point. She's an idiot. That's only your thoughts from a Western perspective. True. In China, if you don't light the fireplace, a monster will come out of the chimney. Anyways. Let's move on. It's useless arguing about this if you don't know the full context. The full context doesn't change shit! It is useless arguing about this because I can't be your English teacher and teach you how fucking poetry works and how literary devices work if your starting position is, this is amazing because I get it. Like, I don't think that many people understand the function of a hearth. I agree. I also think that there's a lot of people in chat that don't even know what a hearth is. Hell, I didn't know what a hearth is when I was younger. I learned what a hearth is because I played Hearthstone and I was like, what the fuck is a hearth? And why does it have a stone? A hearth is basically a fireplace, but it's like, it's a way to refer to a fireplace that is that speaks more to its cozy vibes. Like in common language, like in common spoken English, people will say hearth over fireplace when they want to evoke imagery of cozy vibes. and like very, very homely place, right? That's why I think the metaphor sucks, because like that's not really what. Anyways. Okay, apparently there's new Abyss lineup leaks. How many enemies do you want in Abyss? Yes. Oh, okay. So there's Eremites, Ruin Drakes, Ruin Guards, and Doritos. Kenki and Simon, that's fine. Oh, okay. That's Lectors, but no Heralds. Wait, is that a Herald or a Husk? I think that's a Husk, right? That is a Husk, right? Okay. Second half is very freezable. Hog? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Beasts won't stay frozen because they're hella resistant. That's like fake. Like beasts have freeze resistance, but they still get frozen. And they don't get staggered, so you can still hit them with all of Ayaka's burst, even if they get unfrozen for half a second before they get refrozen. Like, I've played teams multiple times versus Consecrated Beasts, and I've played freeze teams multiple times against Consecrated Beasts, and yeah, you notice the freeze resistance, but you also can freeze them. Minus 500k, by the way, I know. Rib Bozo, minus 500k. New to the game, can you explain why Consecrated Beasts are a pain? Sure. They're in groups of 2 of different elements, so they'll trigger reactions on you, which helps kill you much quicker. And they're very big and move a lot. And because of the way the game is coded, when an enemy moves into you, they don't get stopped, and your hitboxes don't overlap, you just get pushed. So that means that even if you dodge, you're going to get pushed. You're going to get moved out of your Bennett burst, for example. Right? Even if you dashed, even if you bursted, you're still going to get you're going to get pushed. And it makes the experience of fighting them often very annoying. The Nilo rerun is looking very possible. Yeah, it depends on how far away they spawn from each other, but it very well could be possible. I agree. We have banner leaks, do we? don't think that's true. Is that true? Me when I lie, true. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for now. I'll go live again when Arlecchino comes out for the patch. We'll make sure you stop by. I can. Hmm. What? Getting C1? No, I'm not. Nopers. I don't really want to raid anyone, honestly. Hmm. Oh, mods?